Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're all doing well and excited for an insightful session ahead. On behalf of the entire organizing team, I extend a warm welcome to each one of you to today's highly relevant and thought provoking webinar that is on mastering the interview strategies to get hired by top tech companies in 2025. In a world where technology is reshaping industries overnight, landing your dream job in a top tech company takes much more than just technical know how. The reality is, strong skills alone aren't enough anymore. The real differentiator lies in how you present yourself, how you tell your story, and how you navigate those crucial interview moments that can make or break opportunities. This webinar is designed to equip you with proven strategies, insider insights, and practical tips to stand out in an intensively competitive hiring landscape so that when you get into opportunity that knocks on your door, you are more than ready to seize it. And today, we are honored to have with us a distinguished leader for career growth and transformative learning. It is my absolute privilege to invite Ms. Rashi Vadva, Executive Vice President of Scholarsmerit Online Private Limited and Chief Executive Officer of CoScore Online Private Limited. Ms. Vadva brings with her a wealth of experience in shaping talent, driving digital innovation, and mentoring professionals to achieve career breakthroughs. Under her visionary leadership, both Scholars Merit and CoScore have helped thousands of learners bridge the gap between their skills and industry expectations, ensuring they're not just hired but thrive. Her perspective is practical, her insights are razor sharp, and her commitment to empowering students and professionals is truly inspiring. We couldn't have asked for a more relevant voice to guide us through today's theme. So, without any further ado, let's hear from Ms. Rashi Vadva herself. Ma'am, the virtual stage is all yours.
Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to today's webinar on mastering the interview strategies to get hired by top tech companies in 2025. My name is Rashi Vadva and I am truly excited to be here with all of you, students who are curious, ambitious and ready to step into the professional world with confidence. Now, let me begin with a quick thought. Imagine you wake up one morning and see an email with the subject line you are shortlisted for an interview at Google. Or maybe it's Amazon, Infosys, Microsoft Wipro or Zoho. Your heart starts racing. You stare at the screen for a moment and then the question hits you. Am I really ready for this? That's exactly what we are here to answer today. Before we jump into techniques and strategies, let me ask you something and be honest. How many of you feel truly interview ready right now? Some of you might be nodding, right? Confidently, and that's great. Some of you might be thinking, oh no, I don't even have a good resume yet. That's okay. That's what this session is all about. Whether you are feeling nervous, unsure, or completely lost, or even if you are already given a few interviews and want to improve. This session will equip you with real practical tools and stories that will boost your interview game. And just to reassure you, you are not alone. Every year, thousands of students from colleges just like yours get placed at top companies, not because they are from IITs or because they have a 9 plus CGPA, but because they have learned how to present themselves, how to showcase their strengths, and how to tell their stories effectively. And today you will learn how to do just that. So sit back, grab a notebook or open a Google Doc. Let's begin this journey. One that could quite literally change how you present yourself and open doors to your dream job. Let's start by looking at what tech companies are hiring for in 2025. The hiring landscape is changing. It's less about big degrees and more about skills, mindset, and your ability to solve real world problems. Companies like Google, Amazon, Infosys, Zoho, TCS are now looking for problem solvers, coders who understand real world applications, people who can learn fast and work in teams. Let me tell you a story. Ravi, a student from a small college in Pune, didn't get campus offers. He started working on small open source projects on GitHub and built a few web pages using React and Firebase. Within 6 months, his GitHub profile got him an interview with a US based startup, and he now works remotely from India. So, what's the lesson you have learned from this? It's not where you come from, it's what you build, right? So let's now move on to something very basic but often ignored, your resume and LinkedIn profile. Yes, your resume should answer one question: why should we hire you over 200 others? And here is what doesn't work: I am hardworking, passionate, punctual. This is not going to work in your resume. What works is this: developed an AI based chatbot using Python that reduced responses time by 50% for college queries. Let me share the story of Raj, a finalist student who had a 6 by 10 CGPA, but 3 amazing projects listed clearly on his resume. One line per project with outcomes. He added them to LinkedIn, optimized his profile headline as full stack intern, MERN developer, AI enthusiast, and recruited from Infosys and Mindtree reached out. Yes, this is how it works. So the takeaway is, let your skills speak through your resume and LinkedIn, not just your words. I hope I'm making any sense to you. So now next is how to crack the technical round. Let's dive into the technical interview. Most tech interviews include 3 to 4 rounds: aptitude or online assessments, then technical round, DSA, system design or project round, and last but not the least, HR or culture fit, right? So first let's talk about DSA. Yes, it's still important, but only if you apply logic. So how you will reply on how do you find a duplicate in an array if somebody will ask you, or use a set to track duplicates. These questions are not just about coding, they check how you think. Then comes the project round. Let me share a mistake students often make. Priya, a student from Jaipur, had a great project on facial recognition, but when asked how her model works, she said, I copied it from tutorial. Yes, next time she prepared a project walkthrough: architecture, tech stack, flow, and limitations. She nailed the interview. So you don't need to build fancy things, just understand and explain your work very, very clearly. Next, we move to the HR or behavioral round, which is often the game changer. Many people prepare for coding round but ignore the soft skills part. And believe me, this round is not just a formality. Many students clear technical rounds but get rejected here. And why? Because they don't know how to talk about themselves effectively. You will get questions like, tell me about a time you worked in a team. How do you handle pressure? Or describe a challenge you faced and how you overcome it. These are not the tricky questions, but if you ramble or give vague answers, the interviewer doesn't learn anything meaningful about you. And that's where the STAR method comes in. What is STAR method? STAR is the as in situation, set the scene, what was going on. Task, what was your responsibilities. A as in action, what did you do? And R as in result, what happened because of your actions. Let me walk you through an example using STAR. Let me take my example. In my second year, our college team participated in a 24-hour hackathon. We were a group of 4 and we were trying to build a solution for local transport management. So what was my task there? I was responsible for integrating the back end and the front end and making sure the deployment worked before the deadline. And my action was, during the night, we ran into major issues, code conflicts in GitHub, and some team members were getting frustrated. Instead of panicking, I took initiative, asked everyone to take a break and stay up to resolve the merged conflicts manually. I also coordinated with another teammates to test the functionality. And what was the result? We didn't win the hackathon, but we managed to present a working prototype. The judge appreciated our teamwork. More importantly, our group learned how to collaborate under pressure. This answer shows not just technical understanding but also ownership, leadership, collaboration, and maturity. This is what exactly interviewers are looking for in a fresh graduate like you. And now imagine if the same story was told like this. Yeah, we did a hackathon, we had some issues, it was tough, but okay. See the difference? So here is a tip. Prepare a 3 to 4 star stories from your own life. Maybe a college project, an internship, a fest you organized, or even a group assignments where things went wrong. Practice those stories. Know your role, your action, and the results. When you use star, you don't just answer the question, you leave an impression. Now let's take a moment to break a myth that interviews are only about technical skills. You may have a perfect answer to coding problems, but if you can't communicate your thought process, collaborate in a team, or show a learning mindset, companies will hesitate. So, what do interviewers actually look for when they are hiring a fresher? As per me, the number one is curiosity. Are you genuinely interested in learning, exploring, or asking questions? One interviewer once told me, I have hired someone who says, I haven't worked on that tech stack, but I would love to learn it, over someone who says, I only work in Java. Number two is communication. Can you explain your ideas clearly? Can you walk someone through your situation even if they are not technical? Sometimes being able to simplify a complex logic is more impressive than solving the toughest coding problem. Number three, teamwork. Will you fit into our team culture? Will you help others to grow, share their credit, take feedback? Every company today values collaboration. You are not just writing code in a vacuum, you are solving problems with others. Last but not the least, initiative. Have you taken ownership of anything outside your academics? Maybe you run a college coding club. Maybe you built a portfolio website for fun. Maybe you helped your college placement cell improve their outreach. These show that you are someone who goes beyond what is expected, and that's a huge plus. Let me tell you a quick story about Ankita, a student I mentored. In her first interview, she was asked about her final year project. She said, I completed my part, but my team didn't deliver on time. That's why the overall project was late. The interviewer noted the blame shifting. She didn't get the offer. Yes, in her next interview, she changed her response and she said, yes, we had delays, and looking back, I think I could have followed a better and supported the team more. I learned the importance of team dynamics and communication. That one shift in tone and maturity got her the job offer. Why? Because owning your mistakes and showing growth is far more powerful than trying to sound perfect. Now, here are a few red flags that make interviewers cautious. Saying, it's on my resume, this sounds dismissive. If they are asking, then they want you to explain it, right? arrogance, or overconfidence. Confidence is good, but saying things like I already know everything about Python can backfire. There is always more to learn. I'm still learning. Now, admitting mistakes. If you say you have never failed, it often sounds untrue. Real professionals grow because of their mistakes, not by avoiding them. Remember this, interviews are not just a test of your skills, they are a window into how you think, behave, and grow. The goal is not to be perfect, it's to be coachable, curious, and self aware. So, how to practice smartly? How to practice for interviews? You should practice this. Practice one or two coding problems daily. Give mock interviews weekly. Practice speaking in front of mirror or with a friend. Join quiz course test series. Join communities. Two students from Chennai formed a weekend mock group. They interviewed each other on behavioral and technical questions. And after 6 weeks, one got into Zoho and the other into TCS. Practice beat perfection. Yes, you should practice more. As we wrap up today's session, I want to leave you with this thought. Getting hired is not just about clearing interviews. It's about preparing yourself to thrive in the real world. You have learned today how to build a strong resume, communicate clearly, solve problems with confidence, and present yourself as a well rounded professional. But preparation doesn't end here. That's where iMerit by Scholarsmerit comes in. At iMerit, we believe every student, regardless of background, college, or CGPA, deserves an equal chance to succeed. iMerit is a career readiness and upskilling platform that helps students like you. We make you build industry relevant skills, practice mock interview with feedback, create a job ready portfolio. Whether you are preparing for a tech role, a product role, or just trying to figure out where you fit, iMerit guides you every step of the way. Our goal is simple: make you confident, capable, and career ready. So, if you are serious about cracking your next interview or even just discovering your strengths, I invite you to explore iMerit and take the next step in your journey. Thank you so much for being such a wonderful audience. Wishing you all the success in your career, and remember, your future is not decided by your first interview. It's decided by how prepared you are for every next one. Let's grow together. Thank you.